There is a very profound quote in the book A Course in Miracles which says, "It has taken time to misguide you so completely, but it takes no time at all to be who you are." And I think that quote explains a lot of our behavior at the moment. I went to my mom last night and we watched the news together, and the three headlines was death, death and explosion. And that is pretty much the news most of the time. And before I thought it was strange that we only hear bad news. It's very rarely that we hear good news on TV. But now I understand why. And that is because we have been misguided for so long. And that is also why I like this map here that shows different level of consciousness, and it goes from like 0 to 1,000. And here in the bottom you have shame, despair, fear, anger, and up here you have enlightenment, and in between you have also different levels. And I think maybe it was David Hawkins who has written the book Letting Go and Power versus Force that maybe come up with this level of consciousness. I'm not sure. You can also read about them or in a similar way in Frederick Dodson's book Levels of Energy. And I would also call them maybe levels of wisdom, because to create a new planet, to act differently, we need to raise our level of consciousness, we need to raise our level of wisdom. Because right now we are drowning in information, but we are starving for wisdom. And that's why we are destroying the world in our pursuit of what we think is success. We think success is something to achieve right out there, and we do whatever it takes to achieve it. But in the meantime, we are destroying the planet and ourselves. And that is because we have been misguided for so long. We have been living down here for a very long time, and that is why we're destroying the world. It's like Sadhguru sometimes compare today's reality or today's belief in success, or what we think is success, that we are sitting on a tree, we are sitting on a branch of a tree. I have mentioned this example before, but I think it's really good because it shows really what we think is success. So it's like we are sitting on a branch of a tree, and we try to cut the branch off. And if we succeed, but we are sitting on the wrong side of the branch, so if we succeed in cutting the branch off, we fall. So if we succeed, we fall. And that is the same today. If all the companies and if everybody would succeed, we would fall, like we would fail, because right now we're destroying the planet in our pursuit of success. That's why we only have like half planet left, and we're behaving like we had 4. So we need to change, and the only way to change is to shift our levels of consciousness, is to become more wiser. Otherwise we won't make a difference. It's like Einstein said that you cannot solve a problem on the same level of thinking that created it. So we have to rise above that level to solve our problems that we have today. And that is why I like this map so much, because we have been down here for so long. Only a few people have been up here, like Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Lao Tzu and some other very wise beings. But most of the people has been in the bottom of the scale for so long, and that's why we have destroying the world for a very long time. We can just read a history book to realize that it's mad. Like we have been in like a mass psychosis for so long, and very few people has been waking up. Only a few people, like I said, Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, Lao Tzu, has been really waking up from this illusion, from this nightmare. And that's why I like spirituality, because spirituality is about waking up. It's about realizing that we have been down here and we need to work on ourselves to be up here. And it is possible, because if other people can do it, like Jesus, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Krishna, we can also do it, because we're all the same. It's just like we haven't realized it, that we can do it ourselves. But it's possible for everybody. That's why the quote in the book A Course in Miracles also said, like the last sentence is that it takes no time at all to be who you are. So it takes no time, it just takes a realization to realize that we can be up here. But I think it's also maybe easier said than done, because yes, I really try to work on myself, but it takes time to climb on this level of consciousness. I've also realized. And yeah, life really shows you where you are, because I also act unconscious from time to time, but but now I have more compassion with my behavior, because same when I watch the news, I know that people living down here, so they cannot really help sometimes what they're doing. It's not an excuse, but we all have been unconscious and done bad things, and that is because we haven't raised our level of consciousness. But that is why this is my purpose now, is to climb on this scale of consciousness, because whatever you do in life will be better if you climb higher and higher on this level of consciousness. If you become more wise, it doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to create a business, you will create a business that doesn't destroy the world. So whatever you do in life will be better. And that's why I also think it's very interesting right now in Sweden, because we have a new government. And I think it's good with a change, but we'll also see what will happen, because if all the parties and everybody is on the same level of consciousness, like nothing's gonna happen. We need someone to rise above this level of consciousness that we are in right now. And right now, David Hawkins in his book Power versus Force said that we are around here on 200 right now on courage. Like in the 20th century we were like 150, like during the World War II, for example, we were around 150, which is anger. But after that we've been climbing on this level a little bit more, so now we are around 200, which is courage. But we still have a long way to go until we are here where Jesus, Buddha, Krishna and Lao Tzu have been. So we're going in the right direction, but right now we also have come almost to a tipping point, like Eckhart says in his new book, or in his book A New Earth, that it's almost like a choice now between evolving or dying, because right now technology has come so far, so we can really destroy the planet right now with all the weapons we have. That's why it's scary now when Putin, for example, is threatening the world with nuclear weapons. And we can also see like where Putin is on this scale. For example, I think maybe he's here on the level of fear and anger, and he's acting in a very unconscious way, and that's why he's so dangerous, because you don't know what unconscious people are willing to do. And and when the world is turning against him, it makes him even more angry. And so that's why, yes, it's a bit scary to see what is going on. But hopefully Putin will wake up, because everybody can wake up, and usually like people in prison also wake up sometimes. Like they did some horrible things, and that's why they ended up in prison. But then they realize what they did, and they can become enlightened in prison. Like people have become enlightened in prison. So it is possible for people to wake up, even though they have been unconscious almost their whole life. And that is why it is possible also for Putin to wake up, and hopefully he will before he do something really bad. But right now we just have to wait and see. So my message today is that it's very important to be aware of that we have been misguided for a very long time, and that's why we have the world we have right now, and that's why people are behaving the way they are behaving right now. And hopefully this video can make it more clear to see why we are behaving like this. And like Eckhart says, nobody can act beyond their own level of consciousness. That's why we cannot really expect people to behave differently, because if they knew better they would do better, but they don't. And that's why because they are unconscious, and that's why we have to wake up. And we cannot really change other people, we can only change ourselves. And the more people who change themselves, the more people are waking up, the better planet we can create. And I feel positive. I think it's very exciting to see this shift in consciousness that is going on right now, because the world is like going down a little bit, but that is usually it's almost like it's never as dark as before the sun goes up. So I think the sun is about to rise up, and I think more and more people are about to wake up, and I think we will create a new earth. And that is why I want to focus more on spirituality focus more on spirituality in this channel, because spirituality again is about waking up, and that is, I think that is the key to create a new earth, a new world, and a better and more conscious planet, so we can really treat each other with love and care instead of so much pain and suffering that we see right now on TV. So that's my message for today. If you like this video, please click the like button, and if you like this channel, please subscribe to it, and I see you in the next video. And one more thing, I think I want to end this video with another song. We are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our lives. Let's try to make a brighter day, just you and me, baby, let's do it.